Got myself a new light. On, off, high, low. It's floodlight, 18 volt. Boom. It's pretty dark down here. So we're out doing a furnace inspection, and we had just installed a water heater back in June. I told her she needs to get the furnace looked at, and you know, because of age, got some age to it. 2001. Let's see. Wow. It's got one heck of a dirty flame sensor. It's pretty dirty. Just take the little painter's brush, wire brush, and give it a good brush off. It's definitely showing its age. The igniter looks like it's ready to blow up. Yeah, it's cracked and fractured. Let me get that igniter out so you can see it. No external filter rack. See right there. That thing's ready to blow up. Let's get an ohm reading on it. Let's see. It ohms out at 81, but that right there, that's no good. So just going by an ohm reading on the igniter, it's not going to tell you the whole story. Make sure you do a visual. So I don't know if you guys can see. There's a hot spot here. I've only seen it a few times where it cracks behind the that plate, but let's check it. No, it's not cracked. Well, maybe it is. If anything, it's very small right there, but let me get this back together really quick. Feeling for a crack right there. It's hard to tell. It's got a slight crack in it. Yeah. So, anytime on these carrier louver doors, you pop that limit, you can feel that dimple right back there. And it will be cracked. This one's got a slight crack in it. Right there. Let me see if I can get a mirror in there and look. Gotta find my mirror. Alright, found the mirror, but I looked and it doesn't look like it's cracked all the way, but just to be certain, pull the blower really quick. Pull the blower really quick. Find out. That's garbage. Oh, oh, it's right there. There we go. Dirty, dirty blower wheel. Got. Let's see what we got here. That one seems okay. I think I'm gonna have to get a new wand out of my truck. This one's needs to be retired. Oh wait, it might not be tight. I'm having camera issues. Hold on a second, gotta sort out camera issues. No, I'm saying this furnace is good. So I got up between all the cells and looked, and I didn't see anything. Needs a blower wheel cleaning. Check our capacitor. Oh, she dirty girl. Three. So we're getting into repairs. I got a capacitor, igniter, blower wheel cleaning. I mean, that's not on your standard tune-up. So I'm gonna inform the customer and see what she wants to do here, and go from there. All right. Listen to the blower. It's laboring. Listen. Capacitor's bad. The motor's failing. I'll start you back up when the inducer motor fires. Oh yeah. Oh baby. Holy crap. It's actually gonna light. Well, that customer actually listened to me. We installed that water heater in where am I at? In June, and I told her, I go, well, you know what, you need to get this furnace inspected before we get into the season. And she actually called back, which is a good thing. We did not find a cracked heat exchanger, which I was very surprised. But we found a slew of other problems. You know, we're talking, we had the igniter, we had the blower capacitor, we had the blower wheel cleaning and housing cleaning. We had inducer motor, inducer grommets, and between the service call and everything, it would have been right around the $850 mark. Conservative. So they wanted a quote because that furnace is 21 years old, the air conditioner is 21 years old, the outside air conditioner is a rust bucket. It's a 950 square foot house, 2.5 ton air conditioner. Up here in Michigan, we're talking, you know, 600 square feet per ton. You know, I mean, down south we're a little different story, size them a little different, but you know, it doesn't need any more than 2 tons. I could probably cool a house with 1.5 tons. So the coil is way oversized. I didn't really look at the outside unit too much to figure out, hey, is the condenser oversized, but I knew the indoor evaporator was oversized. So we're dropping her down to a 2 ton condenser, 2 ton evaporator coil, 60,000, 95% efficient furnace. So I think that's what they're going to go with. They haven't gave me an okay yet. She's got to talk to her husband, but that's why you need to do your furnace checks in the winter or fall to kind of get out of, you know, the service call in the middle of winter, dead of winter, when it's 0 degrees outside, and then you're trying to find someone, you can't find someone for 2 weeks. Because right now we're just in, I think, I don't even know, October? Shit, yeah, October. So we're first week October, so they got a kind of a jump on it, which is good. Saves a lot of headache in the middle of the season. But I mean, if you get a furnace that's X amount of years old, even 15 years old, that needs $1,000 of repairs, it's not even worth it anymore. You know, because the cost of parts is so much, availability is next to nothing. So yeah, they're probably going to elect to go with a new system. That's pretty much what it comes down to. Because I don't think they're going to feel like putting that kind of money into that thing. But people don't know how to drive. But we are all set on this one. And I think I will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.